telling Bale that it was a good battle. Bale, who is hard at losing, started blabbering. This was taken advantage by Ranzo, who stepped in to challenge Vault next. It seems that Vault agreed to the idea when Bale just wouldn't let go of this. The next thing we see is that he's inserting a hook into Ranzo's trousers. A signal from Bale to Jinimon and one pull at the rope sent Ranzo flying into Bale's storage room. Oh, they got books there. So, Bale knows how to read. The self-proclaimed Demon King took this chance to ask Vault for a rematch, and our handsome announcer finally did the needful. Once again, the whole world seems to have been informed about this, including our two legends in their respective spots. Let the second match begin. Strong launch came from Bale, who didn't spare a second and used Venture Shoot right off the bat. This rained a barrage of quick attacks on Valkyrie in the center stadium until it lost its dominion. Vault went in for a head-to-head collision, but Bale seems to be up to par with him this time around. This made Vault use a different approach since he initiated the move called Brave Flash. Valkyrie then gained so much traction that it reached supersonic speeds. However, Bale's secret weapon seems to be just waiting to be activated as Vault saw the Venture driver gain traction as well. Belial caught up to Valkyrie in no time, and Bale responded with Venture Crush. Valkyrie slammed into the stadium's barrier, not to bounce back for a counterattack but with less stamina. Even though this is the case, it's able to withstand collision against Belial. Bale then had a quick word with Belial, and finally, Vault unleashed Brave Sword, while Bale answered in kind and came in with Dynamite Bomb. And the unimaginable clash happened. Bale shouted Belial's name and a massive recoil took place. You can't deny the fact that Bale is as worried as... Comment down below, as he might get a burst once again, but the same thing, however, can be seen in Vault's face. Just about a second later, and Valkyrie bursted. I'm sorry, Vault fanatics. It's not Christmas every day. On the other hand, Dynamite Belial drops on the floor just beside Bale's tiny feet. The drone then announced Bale as the winner, and finally he once again tasted the sweet revenge. Vault, being the matured one, simply smirked, while Bale celebrates his most recent victory. The spoiled brat kept saying stuff on cam, and this seems to have finally captured Free De La Hoya's attention. The two is getting ready for a rematch when the Jolly Ranzo chimed in to the front of Bale, and I believe you guys know what happens next. Jinimon pulls the rope once again, and off Ranzo goes. They all have their own expressions because of this repeated event. Then the friendly rematch between the four took place all day long. Meanwhile, at BC Seoul, we can see Free walking towards the Beyblade Stadium in order to practice, or maybe to train. As he approaches the Bay Stadium, he can remember the clash between Valkyrie and Belial. It seems that his decision whether to fight Bale or not is about to reach its conclusion. Back at Bale's home court, the four is just as tired as... Comment down below once again. When Vault still rallies for another round. However, it doesn't seem to be possible since for the first time, we get to see Bale look like Jinimon, which is his gram. Talking about Jinimon, he once again spoke through a speaker system and invited everyone to dinner. Off they went to the kitchen when they noticed that Bale is not with them. Hannah just remembered that Bale had previous episodes of pulling a prank, and she just can't be more right. This is because Bale is in his control room pulling another lever trick. A trapdoor opened underneath their feet, and they took a shortcut to the kitchen one by one. They finished supper when they started talking about BC Seoul, which Bale don't seem to be aware of, knowing that he never seemed to have left the mansion ever since he was born. Guess what? They discussed our sleepy boy, Free De La Hoya, and Bale seems to have asked Val to bring him to that place in order to challenge Free with conviction. Val nodded as a sign that he agrees to this idea when the preview of episode 9 started. Indeed, this is becoming more interesting since Rashid Goodman is finally to make an appearance next week. And not to mention, Free will also try to beat Bale. Are you excited enough? Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you'll be updated when the next spoiler comes in. This video is sponsored by the Baytective. Thank him by subscribing to his channel.